Hey there friends, it's time to play. Come join the fun today. Knothead 1996 is ready to lead. Let's jump into the fray.
Gather around, everyone. It's that time of day. Lights are low, the game's coming. Let's chat the afternoon away. The time to kick back, breathe in the vibe. Addison's here, let the fun begin. Knothead 1996, keeping it light. Laughter's the spark we need to ignite. Streaming the dreams, our little crew, sharing the joy in all that we do. Let's talk about the day. Let the story sway. It's all about the cheer. Join us, we are here. This is the chatting hour. Let's turn the world around with Addison and the crew. We're spinning joy abound. Laughter like a melody. Friendships growing strong. Join the stream, come play along. Conversations flow like rivers wide. Dreams and laughter side by side. Game plans, silly stories. We share the light. Lives intertwined, feeling just right. Knothead 1996 within the cozy acting heart. This hour's the canvas, let creativity start. Let's talk dreams and schemes. Building up our teams in our cozy space. There's magic in this place. This is the chatting hour. Let's turn the world around with Addison and the crew. We're spinning joy abound. Laughter like a melody. Friendships growing strong. Join the stream, come play along. We're where you belong. As the evening sets its sails, we ride this wave of stories told. From gaming dreams to heart-filled streams, together we chase the bowl. Knotheads here to liven the scene, conversations wrapped in gold. Filling our cups with joy and love, its magic never gets old. So here's to the chatting hour, where smiles light up the night. With Addison, Jolene leading us, everything feels just right. We'll keep the good times rolling with each laugh and story shared. This is our time, the chatting hour, upon forever declared.
Hello, and my name is Addison. If you didn't hear the introduction, I will not be showing my face here or in the game. Although the game and this earlier was not shown. The chatting hour wasn't shown because I lost track of time and fell asleep again. And that I was all ready to do this, and I fell asleep, and then I lost track of time again, and I was going to replace the game anyways with this because I already didn't do it the other day. So, anyways, I guess it's the night shift or something, I guess you would call it. Anyways, I was going to talk about if any of y'all heard or watched the show School Spirits. Season 1 was actually on Netflix before it went to Paramount Plus. And I don't know why. I don't think Paramount Plus owns Netflix, but if it does, that's not really a surprise. Because Paramount Plus and Disney Plus basically own everything now. They might as well own each other. Anyway, School Spirits. If you haven't seen the show, I'd close my ears or go somewhere else. But the show it started out as a girl who got killed, and her spirit was stuck in a school, and she was trying to figure out how she died and what actually happened. But now in season 3, we're trying to figure out where the doors actually lead to. And Wally and Maddie have both left the school and entered their doors. But we don't actually know where the doors lead. But at the end of the last episode, it looked like she was coming out of the whatever you call it in Doctor Who or whatever, tortoise or whatever. Anyways, otherwise known as a phone booth. It looked as though she was coming out of a phone booth and into the wilderness somewhere. But that's just how we saw it at the end. They didn't show where they actually were. Simon, they don't know actually if he went through or not. Wally, we do know he went through. Maddie, we know she went through. Janet and Dawn. But we don't know where they actually went. We don't know if it was the afterlife or what. But just waiting on the next episode, because season 1 and 2 had 8 episodes and this season already has 7. I'm hoping this season gets more episodes than the last 2, so we can have more information about everything that's going on in this season. It's getting complicated, and that's not good for shows like this. It happened to the Arrowverse because it got complicated. It happened to Heroes, who had a remake actually that was supposed to take place years after Heroes. but that made no sense. Anyways, having the Arrowverse, having the heroes, it happens to every awesome TV series that becomes this way. If it gets too complicated for people to understand, the ratings drop. And I hope they don't do that with this season. Or this series. Because I'm loving this show. School Spirits is the best show ever. Right next to Heroes and the Arrowverse. But I hope they go back to making it more simple than it is now. So, yeah. So yeah, so we're actually trying to figure out where they actually are, and if they can return to where they began, in the school or wherever they died. So. Is there a turning back? Don't know. But, we'll hopefully find out in the next episode. So do any of you watch that show? Because a lot of people gotta be watching it if it's gotten to season 3. Because if nobody started watching it, it would have just stayed on Netflix on season 1 and not even had another season. So people got to be watching it if it's got to season 3. And if you're watching the show, who's your favorite character, and what is your favorite quote or part of the show? I know I'm going to get backlash after this, but just to start, I do support the LGBTQIA+. But I do love the quote in season 1 where Maddie first meets Charlie. And the quote I like in there is like something going on like he says something like I'm a gay person that died of nuts. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's because that's actually how he died. He got a bag of nuts and died. He's gay. That's one of the funniest quotes in season 1 actually. Season 3 has actually 2 LGBT kisses, and that's from Charlie and this, I can't think of his name, but the pottery guy who died in a greenhouse. I can't think of his name. And then the band member Quinn and Rhonda, they had their kiss finally. And we finally got to see their true selves, how they actually died. In what do you call it, flashbacks? I'm sorry, I'm eating while I'm doing the chatting hour because I've only eaten a little bit today. I had been waiting on my dad to get home, seeing if he would order something or whatever. Because I don't have much left after yesterday. And sorry if I'm pausing and chomping. I'm just really hungry. But I wanted to do this for apology and to talk about what I wanted to talk about earlier. So, which was school spirits and keeping it alive. By the way, that was not a pun. I really meant keeping it alive. I wasn't trying to be funny. I'm trying to keep schools. I'm trying to start something where we can keep school spirits alive so it can last longer and um, hopefully things can make sense as it goes on, that it doesn't go off track. Actually, I think that's what happened to the Arrowverse. They were bringing in too many heroes and villains at the same time. Well, not at the same time, just too fast. And they should have done it not as fast as they did. Because I don't think people could keep up with the heroes and villains that were coming along. Because once a hero and villain came along, their story got told in their show, and the shows kept on coming in too fast. We had and Stargirl, I think her name was, only had a couple episodes. Like, seriously, she only had like a couple or 3 episodes. She didn't get to do anything really. So that's where they stopped, and that's where they ended. Literally. All the shows were gone. So they're just too fast. So I'm hoping that School Spirits doesn't do that, and that they can actually make more sense than stupidity. And if it is stupid, I hope it's funny, so it does make at least some more people come in. Because if it's stupid funny, then okay. But if it's stupid, you're out of here. It's like with me and horror. If it's like a horror comedy, like Freaky and Hard Eyes and Time Cut, I think the name was, and all those others, and also old ancient horror films from Universal to whatever. Horror comedy is something I'll watch, but if it has a jump scare or too gory or something like that, I will not watch it. If the gore is funny now, that's okay, but I still won't watch any jump scares, even if it's funny. I think I've only seen the first movie of I always call it Friday the 13th, but it's not that. That's Jason. Nightmare on Elm Street. I think I've only seen the first movie, and I think that was funny. I don't think it was too horrifying, but I don't think I've seen any other Nightmares on Elm Street besides that one, where the girl goes from her bed to the wall, to the ceiling, everywhere else, and back to her bed, and blood everywhere. And then the scene where Freddy's tongue is coming out of the guy making out with the girl, and he gets scared. So, yeah. So I do like horror, but it has to have comedy in it. It can't have jump scares. It can't be too gory. Yeah, so yeah. So I mostly like old horror stuff because they're more funny to me. I have not watched any other, I haven't watched anything with dolls in it. Dolls have always scared me. So I don't watch Chucky. And I've always been scared of animatronics. Especially at Chuck E. Cheese. Never been over there, never will. I stay in the area where there's no animatronics in Chuck E. because we have a Chuck E. Cheese where there's two parts. There's the part, or at least it did have two parts. Everything's changing where I live. There was the side of the game where the games are, and there's this side where you're supposed to have your parties with the animatronics, but we stayed on the game side. Although the what do you call it? The play building, I can't remember what it's called, but that was on the animatronic side. So you had to be brave to go over there to get in that. And now they're making everybody watch Five Nights. What is it? 5 Nights or 4 Nights at Freddy's? I don't know. I accidentally played the game and then didn't know what I was doing, and then boom, jump scare. Dropped my computer. I dropped my laptop and ran as if it was coming for me. I almost lost my actual soul that day. So. I mean, I know it's night for most people. I know most people are going to bed, and the ones that are not are watching Twitch right now or Kick. They're not watching YouTube. But I'll leave this up because I know a lot of people watch recorded stuff on YouTube instead of live. Man, those were the days when actual people would watch live content on YouTube. Before Twitch, before Kick, before any of that. They'd go to YouTube to watch comedy or information videos or whatever. It was live. And I lived those days. And then Twitch came along, and during the pandemic, or I don't know if it was during the pandemic it came along or before that, but once Twitch came along, YouTube was a thing of the past. YouTube lived, I guess, since MySpace, if you know what that is. MySpace is still living as well. I've made plenty of MySpaces, and those are not jokes. The links I post to go to my MySpace, those aren't jokes. Those are actual links to go to my actual MySpace. Sorry, I had to finish off my sweet tea I got yesterday from McDonald's. It was a gallon, but it took me a while, but I've just now finished it off. Anyways, but yeah, thank you, for watching, or listening actually, to my apology to not play the game or do this earlier. It's almost midnight. Only the night owls and werewolves, vampires, zombies are out. Anyways, thank you, and I hope I can get my schedule straight. Everything else is. We will not be doing a chatting hour in the morning though, since I've done this. Excuse me, sorry. But I do plan, however, on Toontown on the regular time, if I can keep track. Anyways, thank you and good night.